my name is Nicolás Spencer, artist, part of the Terra Australis Ignota research group. For Ars Electronica, we are presenting the garden that corresponds to the research trip and the installation of the wind oscillator in the southernmost continental island in the world before the Antarctic, Cape Horn. This oscillator is one of the 6 that we have been installed in the region and is the starting point of the production of 5 reflections around the region of Magallanes y la Antártica Chilena. Reflections that you will find in our garden. The archeologist Alfredo Prieto will talk about the inhabitants who have been sailing and walking in the region for thousands of years. The writer Paula López Wood will tell us the story of the trip that took us from Punta Arenas to the extreme south. The geologist Gerd Sielfeld will show us how the tectonic layers interact in that region. The artist Víctor Mazón will show us the confrontation of his micro-oscillation detector with the natural radio. And the curator Alessandra Burotto will propose a curatorial vision from the point of view of the Contemporary Art Museum in Santiago de Chile. Now, I invite you to Cape Horn.
The wind, mass of air in movement, fickle, intangible. The lithosphere, solid layer of the earth, only evident through its surface and debris. Wind and lithosphere meet, and in the turbulence of their dialogue, they shape, build and destroy. Our limited space and temporality only allow us to see a fraction of this movement, and thus recognize these 2 entities by their strength, their usefulness, or the catastrophes they generate. There was a time in the future when we could see it and were part of its turbulence. A past in which we will have no word for time, no wind, no rock. And we will learn how to rename everything again without words. Time when a community sailed without a present, but with a future of ancient waves that are the echo of what is said by the wind and the rock. A place where we understood the movement of the rock and moved it with our hands, where together we shaped ourselves so that the wind would not cut us, like a treasure, like weapons. Everything in a non-existent space where air, water and earth come together, an island at the beginning of the world. Then we started the journey to this island, with the idea of listening to how these elements converse, to amplify their sound, and with it their geological and historical stories. We travelled with the expectation of witnessing and translating a possible message. We knew that the wind has no sound until it finds a surface that offers it resistance, and that the lithosphere would emit sounds of such long frequencies that it would take generations of humans to hear the briefest morpheme. We built translating devices at the point where the winds of the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans meet, and above all, where the limit between the sea, the land, and the air vanishes. The only habitable place on this island, a lighthouse, will be the refuge for these messages. The same family that years before had to tie itself to the tower to take care of the light will watch over the decoded secrets. There are reflections on tectonic plate movements, ancestral cultures, cartographic perspectives, and museology should be safe from gusts of wind of more than 300 kilometers per hour.